Shut up and sit down.
Hello and welcome to Nerddom's Levels of Ridiculousness podcast. I'm your host, Ozpin, and I'm joined by my co-host and buddy, DK. DK! Levels of Ridiculousness, or LoR, is a show dedicated to our conversations on all things nerd. We touch on a wide variety of subjects and news, and feature a different main discussion topic every week. This week's main topic is 2018 anime that we're looking forward to.
Booyah!
But before that, let's do channel updates for Nerddom.
Okay, so this is... I shall partake in this part first. Nerdum updates. Essentially, we are going to be streaming Metal Gear Solid after episode 9 comes out this Friday. I will be streaming randomly, but we have a Facebook page, Nerdum, on Facebook. So basically, I'm going to put out an hour before. Going to start streaming, and hopefully everybody's notified, has the notification bell, and will see that I'm streaming and come have a conversation with me, and while I snap people's necks and have my dog rip their throats out.
And a big part of the reason why you're doing that is...
So we don't.
You are being held up by your inability to record the side missions.
Yes.
When we were doing Metal Gear Solid, we were trying to only record the story missions.
Yes.
But we were hitting roadblocks when he was trying to do the side missions off camera. So this solves that problem. You can just play however you want.
Yep. Also, Dishonored has been put on hiatus.
Yes.
It could be in the future, but not anytime soon.
There are 2 episodes of Dishonored currently out.
One out, another one coming out this Friday. With the last episode of Metal Gear Solid. Funny enough.
The second part of the first episode, or did you just break those up into 2 episodes?
They're 2 episodes.
The second episode is coming out Friday, but that series in which I play Dishonored is on essentially permanent hiatus.
Yes.
Until further notice. But because of that, and because we want to continue to bring quality, consistent content to the listeners, LoR, this podcast, is back to being a weekly show.
Bit shorter.
Do I?
The podcasts are going to be a bit shorter. They're going to be an hour long. It's basically the formula we had before. The 2-hour one broke down into Part A and Part B. We will not be naming them Part A, Part B. Will be just Level of Ridiculousness 5, then 6, then 7, and each 2 is a group.
That is, we're going back and forth on that. Today we are actually trying to do a shortened version of the standard way we record. See if we can get it in at around 45 minutes to an hour. But if that's not possible, then we're leaning toward just
2-parters.
Basically having 2 podcasts which cover entirely different things. Basically having 2 different bi-weekly podcasts.
Yep.
Kind of. It's a Part A, Part B scenario, like DK said.
It's like playing the whole cassette and then have to flip it over because it has different songs on the end.
Yeah. That's not a bad comparison. The problem is most of the listeners don't know what freaking cassettes are anymore. So.
Well, our viewing age actually is
mid-20s.
Older. No, it's mid-20s and early 30s to 40s.
Oh, that's cool.
So we have some people that are some nerdians that are of the great generation that was last.
And not millennials.
Millennials are okay.
Yeah, we're millennials.
Yeah.
we're millennials, dude.
Yes. Anyone born since after the early 80s?
So those are the channel updates that we have planned for you guys right now. More to come, but we're not going to announce anything until we have concrete decisions made. So I guess we can go ahead and move on to what we have been up to.
Ooh, me first.
Yeah.
I got a kitten named Balthazar.
Yes, he did. He's adorable.
He was an abandoned kitten. I took him in. He is a mousy little SOB.
He's very mouthy. He's
Very hyper.
He's very bitey.
Yes, he likes to attack. But he's sweet.
He plays.
Yes.
And he plays a little too rough sometimes.
On top of that, I've changed up my editing style. It's not so much a channel update, but a personal update. The way I am changed up my editing style.
Yeah, and he's basically been teaching me how to edit.
To help with the load so we can add more content later.
Which, I may regret saying this in the future, but I think it looks fun.
You will regret that immediately.
That's alright. I like redundant work.
It's fun. Don't get me wrong.
I like repetitive
it's really
work.
Fun. Fun Facts is now Monday and Friday. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. We have a lot of things coming out Friday.
Oops, we forgot to
Well, we
mention
did.
that in updates.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it now.
Yeah. Fun Facts is Mondays and Fridays now. Yay!
Other than that, I've been being here, working. I'll pass the torch off to you.
Well, I've been watching Ruby, continuing to watch Ruby. We've had 2 episodes come out since I talked about it last.
Yes.
Excuse me. Funnily enough, both of which prominently featuring Ozpin. Yeah.
Ozpin, huh?
Yeah.
So how Ozpin? Want to talk about Ozpin?
He's okay. It's. We had a very touching reunion at the end of the last episode. So.
Pardon me, I keep coughing.
Yeah, that was a really touching moment. That I've been looking forward to for at least a year, seeing as the main characters were all split up
Oh, okay.
during the course of the 4th season.
I haven't been watching because the art messes with me.
I know, so do the listeners. Like, that's been covered.
You got me on Stranger Things 2?
I did. I got you onto Stranger Things.
I watched first season, second season in a week.
He bypassed me. Like, I'm okay with, I'm alright with binging things if I'm in the mood and I have time.
But I binged the whole thing.
Yeah. He binged season 1, and then I think the next day he binged season 2.
Yeah.
Because it was right when season 2 came out. I'm only 4 episodes into season 2, so the irony of the situation is I was telling you to watch it, now you're telling me to watch it.
Yep.
So that's fun.
It took me 3 days. You had 2 weeks.
To be fair, I did not watch it in one sitting. Yes. I don't mind binging if I have, like I said, I have to be in the mood.
Gotcha.
I did the same thing with Game of Thrones. But, what else do I got? I watched season 3 of Z Nation.
Really?
Z Nation, for the listeners, for those who don't know, Z Nation is an Asylum-produced television series.
On Sci-Fi?
Yes, it's on the Sci-Fi channel.
Sci-Fi channel?
For those who aren't familiar with Asylum, they are the movie company responsible for bringing you movies like Sharknado. And what are some of the other ridiculous ones they've done? I know they were coming out with one about magma tarantulas.
Yeah, or the gator spider or something like that.
Yeah,
it was a spider that was a crocodile.
It was literally a tarantula that could breathe and spit fire and magma.
No, I'm done.
That's the current thing. But yes, the Asylum produced a zombie television series as an
joke.
Not as a joke, although most of their stuff does have a lot of heavy satire and elements of parody. I feel like it was produced as a counter to The Walking Dead because, and I agree with this, The Walking Dead is so goddamn serious.
Yep.
Some shows need that. The Walking Dead needed that. That's why I like The Walking Dead as much as I do. Because it takes itself seriously. The same thing can be said for Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings, if it had been like, if it did not take itself seriously, that movie would not have worked.
No, not
on
at
any
all.
level.
No.
It's like, oh, this is a fun, wacky adventure. We're so silly. No.
Really?
Lord of the Rings is a drama,
Yeah.
essentially.
And there's always something between Frodo and Sam.
Let's not. I'm not going there. Sam, though, is in Stranger Things.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
But back to
Season 2.
Back to Z Nation. The Walking Dead is very serious. Z Nation is silly.
Of course it is.
Stupid silly. They have, like, nuclear zombies.
Okay.
You know, they have...
Are these zombies that go into nuclear mode?
These are radioactive zombies.
Okay.
There are also mutated zombies.
Okay.
They have a lot of other funny ones, like they have zombies who have merged with plants. They do the...
They win out there.
They do... It's Asylum. They do the stupid crap that you'd think they do. I'm also a big fan of the character Murphy. for anyone who actually does know what Z Nation is. But it took me a good long time to actually watch Season 3. But I've gotten that out of the way. Frankly, my vehicle has been out of commission for a good chunk of time. And
Again.
Well, I don't think I said that it was...
You did.
All right, so I replaced the spark plugs in my car to try and get it fixed.
Turns out it was battery.
Ironically, this is what I've been up to. Turns out it was the battery, yes. And let's see. Do you have anything else?
Nope. We're golden.
I watched Coraline, which, when I talked to your...
Claymation, right?
Yes.
I cannot do it.
Your sister can't either. I think she said she watched... Oh, what was the... She said she watched part of it. And,
Felt like her skin was going to melt off.
yeah, because they have button eyes, and...
Yeah, it's creepy.
They're
It's dolls.
They're claymation.
She has a fear of dolls.
Your sister has a deathly fear of dolls. But I watched Coraline. I liked it. I liked it probably as much as I liked Paranorman. Paranorman was a cute little movie. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is Pandemic, which I watched on Netflix. It was I'm not going to say cheesy. It was a zombie movie that I watched on Netflix. I'm sure anyone who goes to Netflix and looks for Pandemic will find it. It wasn't silly, but it incorporated elements of found footage.
Okay.
Because they were in hazmat suits with cameras on the helmets, which is interesting. It had Theon Greyjoy from Game of Thrones in it. It was a good role, I guess. They start out trying to make you think he's a douchebag, and he turns out to be not so much of a douchebag. Kind of like...
Oh, God.
Kind of like Theon. I speak as someone who has yet to watch Season 7.
I saw some stuff about Theon Greyjoy in
I've
Season 7.
seen some stuff about Theon Greyjoy in Season 7 as well, so...
Screw him.
You gotta do...
Doesn't even have balls anymore. Quite literally.
Neither does, oh god, what's his name? There's a eunuch who hangs out with,
yes.
Hangs out with Tyrion all the time. But yeah, I think that's what we've been up to.
Yep, that's about it.
I'm running a game this Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
I'm going to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm an Oni.
Looking forward
Custom
to that.
class.
I'm going to have to spend a good chunk of time this week.
Custom race, sorry.
Just writing stuff up for that this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let him play a special race. I may regret that, but it's not unbalanced.
No, it's
not unbalanced.
I learned giants, and I'm a bigger size, and I look cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The only special ability I have is when I get hit down to below 0, I go to 1. And that is once per day.
That's once. So it's like if somebody hits you again while you're down.
Yeah, I'm down.
You're dead. It's a single get out of jail free card.
Yep. Which merges perfectly with Second Wind.
How does second wind function in 5th edition?
It's a D10 plus charisma modifier.
Was charisma modifier?
Yes.
That's weird.
A constitution modifier. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like charisma's weird.
Yeah.
Very. So I guess that's all we've been up to for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to nerd news. Now I know you had a kind of silly thing to talk about.
Yes.
I'm not sure that I believe you.
Okay.
I don't think I believe you, but
I have it right here in my hand.
give me a try.
Okay, so I'm going to lead into this to see if who can recognize what I'm about to say. There was a Dr. Michael Morbius in it. He knew a person named Peter Parker quite well. He got a disease that made him to where he had to absorb everybody's hemoglobin or blood.
Hemoglobin.
And he has just been announced to have his own movie named Morbius. Yes, you heard me that right, people. Spider-Man is having a spin-off named Morbius, where Dr. Michael Morbius is the main person. And we don't even know if Spider-Man's in it.
That is exactly what I was about to ask. Like, first of all, I don't believe this movie's happening. I believe if this movie is slated for a possible release, that it's going to be stuck in development hell and never see the light of day.
See, Morbius is an anti-hero. He's an anti-hero. He's a good guy.
Oh, he's an anti-hero. Okay, yes. I thought he was a villain.
No. He fights Spider-Man a lot because Spider-Man / Peter Parker disagrees with what... He can go to a blood bank and drink the blood. He doesn't because the urge he has from his disease. He's essentially a disease vampire.
He's a vampire. I know he's a vampire. Which is why I don't buy that this is going to happen.
But it was announced.
Let's make a Marvel movie about a vampire. It's like Blade. Long pause. Make Blade! Make a better Blade!
Spider-Man sees Morbius as a murderous territory willing to sacrifice all morals just for a cure. He's trying to cure himself. And
elements of Hulk there.
He'll kill people to get to that point. He's quite literally an anti-hero, but he's a good guy too. He'll save people.
He'll save people, but like he's killing people to try and save himself.
And others.
And are other people infected with this?
That is not specified by what it says here. I know in the show and in the comic books, multiple people were infected by it.
Huh. I know virtually nothing of this character.
But multiple people were infected by the...
I'm pretty sure this is Morbius.
The virus.
I'm pretty sure this is Morbius. I hunger for plasma.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's Morbius.
That's Morbius. Okay, so that's the end of that one.
I only know that from in a satellite fashion from another podcast that I've listened to. So a Morbius movie.
Yep. Simply called Morbius. So keep an eye out.
I believe that we're getting the Venom movie too.
Yes.
So that's
And if Disney buys Fox, they don't get the Venom.
I'm surprised we're not talking about that today. That should be our main topic.
That's next week's topic.
Yeah, that should be our main... That should be our top story today. But frankly, we're more interested in the actual top story. But first, let me get to my story topic. D. Gray Man Hollow has been licensed by Funimation. Now, I'm a big fan of D. Gray Man, the anime. It was one of the first animes that I ever watched, and it was certainly one of the first longer anime that I've ever watched. The clothing style certainly informed a lot of my creativity. You know, some things just hit me at the right stage in my life where they kind of helped, for lack of a better term, they helped define my imagination.
Yeah.
Like when you pick your internal theater, that it helps sculpt that.
It's like having a film over your internal theater's cameras. Like a lot of things I grew up with.
Well, it's how you picture
stuff. It was a lot
stuff.
of dark and menacing. The Crow, Guyver. Like it's just a lot of blood, gore, and just mayhem. And in my internal theater, that's what I saw.
Yeah. like Final Fantasy VII Advent Children,
Yes.
the movie. That also
Dark and Druid.
that played a very, very prolific role in my mind as to how I picture action sequences in my head. But D. Gray Man kind of informed my stylistic choices. You know, I've created several characters for D&D who essentially dress like the exorcists in D. Gray Man.
You were quite literally a guy dressed up in a priest outfit.
Yes, that was Kugel. God rest his soul.
Yep, he passed away.
Kugel was involved in a TPK of which we will probably have. We need to have a discussion regarding that. Screw it. Kugel died in a TPK by him and his party.
Yep.
Accidentally nuking themselves and an island
out of existence.
We had infiltrated an enemy base, and they had what were essentially nuclear batteries that they had jury-rigged to act as bombs, right? So they're like mini nukes.
Yep.
We had managed to get our hands on one of those, and we decided to infiltrate the enemy's cloning facility, because naturally they're using a clone army.
Pleasant.
We get in, we get cornered by like 200 guys. We managed to get away, but because we wanted to destroy the facility or take it, we knew taking it was no longer an option at this point. We decided to take the bomb that we had, activate it, and leave it there, and teleport away. Now, we teleported back to our ship, which was circle strafing the facility about 900 feet away.
Okay.
If we hadn't done that, we probably would have survived. Our druid turned into a spider and scouted the facility ahead of time, but there were certain places he couldn't go. One of those places was the room that was like one corridor away from where we dropped the bomb.
Which had?
About 40 more bombs.
Yeah.
Our DM kind of went back and forth on whether or not that would.
It would increase
would they accumulate? You know,
they would.
Would it increase the radius?
They would.
I feel like they wouldn't, because they were each individual bombs. But I didn't argue the point. So we're 900 feet away in an airship. You know, we're up. Everything within 900 feet of the place is just gone. It is an empty void. And our DM had different blast radiuses.
Wow.
Or how much damage would you take if you were this close?
Wow.
How much damage would you take if you were this close?
That's well thought out.
So yeah, we were within 900 feet. We were on the edge of 900 feet. So we teleport back to our airship. Our cleric goes to the back of the ship and just does the double bird out the back window. And the facility explodes. The ship disintegrates. Our cleric's double bird, drops a few inches. He goes, oh. And as the bright, instantaneous light kills us all, including Kugel, who, funnily enough, trivia-wise, is the only D&D character I've ever had die. Yeah, I'm not...
Dolph Rambo died, so I can't say nothing.
I had a lot invested in Kugel, and I was kind of...
You were mad.
I wasn't mad. We've been having a lot of issues with my Wednesday group. 2 of us got our cars towed because we weren't informed properly where to park as visitors. And yeah, I didn't feel very happy that was how our DM handled that.
Yeah.
I don't like TPKs. I don't like TPKs that are beyond our control. You know?
Fair enough.
It's like, we had no way of knowing that. Don't kill us all because we didn't know that. You know? But maybe I'm just bitter. I haven't lost a D&D character before, so this is a new experience for me. But I do want to say that I had a lot invested in Kugel. So I would consider recycling him entirely. Like, if I participate in another D&D 5th edition game, I'm just going to use Kugel again. I'm going to re-roll him as a character in this setting, which I've never done before. I've never taken a character that I've used before. I have reached the point of character creation fatigue, burnout, from making too many characters in a row, and then not being able to use any of them. And then I'm sitting here, I have no more ideas. I got nothing. I've actually declined from playing games because I didn't have anything to contribute. I didn't have any creative material to bring to the table. I would reuse Kugel, if only to try and give him some form of closure in a different setting.
Fair enough.
Because that was a painful way for him to go out. It just feels hollow.
Yeah.
For us to have been playing that game for nearly 2 years, and then for all of us to just
poof,
die in a blink of light.
That was against all odds and not under your control at all.
Yeah. But yeah, back to my actual story topic, D. Gray Man. D. Gray Man Hallow. D. Gray Man Hallow. Has been licensed by Funimation. It is a 13-episode-long sequel to the D. Gray Man anime. But, more importantly, at least to me, when they licensed D. Gray Man Hallow, Funimation also received the rights to dub the last 50 episodes of the D. Gray Man anime.
And you only watched dubbed?
I think I watched a little bit of D. Gray Man subbed, but I'm very excited to be able to have a ready access to D. Gray Man on DVD.
Dubbed?
Dubbed, yes. But being able to... When someone says they license something, dub or sub, it means it's going to be easier to get the DVDs. It's certainly going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
I actually managed to get, I guess it's the first 2 seasons of D. Gray Man on DVD for a really cheap price. Price Electronics, folks, if you have one near you, they tend to have some pretty cheap anime. But I'm more excited about that than I am for Hallow. Hallow will hopefully finish off the story, but I'm glad that when we get Hallow, there won't be this 50-episode gap between where dub watchers left off with the show and where Hallow starts, because a lot of important things happen there.
Yeah, it's going to be more fluid.
And I like the consistency of, I don't want to watch however many episodes seasons 1 and 2 of D. Gray Man were dubbed, then watch it subbed. I'm used to the voices. I'm used to the voice acting. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. You want to go ahead and move on to our top story? I believe you had it pulled up.
Top story?
Yeah.
So, we all know that there's a Skyrim trailer out, and it has Chris Hemsworth being the main guy from what it seems.
Yep.
But I also have a list of actors here that's going to be in the Skyrim movie cast.
Which blows my mind.
That they got all these individuals that are the holy grails of what you could not believe. And some things have changed. Chris Hemsworth is now the Dragonborn instead of Michael Fassbender.
Oh, Michael Fassbender was cast as the...
He was cast as the Dragonborn.
The main guy? Is that the main guy? I don't know anything about Skyrim.
Yes, he's the main guy.
I don't know anything about Skyrim, but I want to see this movie.
But Sean Bean,
Boromir.
He is going to be Jarl Ulfric of the Stormcloaks, which is the main bad guy.
Really? He's going to be the villain?
Main human bad guy.
All right.
There's Stephen Delaney, which is I don't know him
I don't know who
personally.
that is. Just mention the people. Go ahead and go down the list because I might know some of these people.
The Big Lebowski, Jeff Bridges.
Ooh.
He's going to be a Jarl also from another keep. There is Christopher Plummer.
I don't know who that is.
He was in Up.
I haven't seen Up either.
Okay. Daniel Sutherland.
No, that's sacrilege.
Donald Sutherland. He was in the Italian Job, and I'm looking forward to him. He's Emperor Titus II. Carl Urban. He is my man.
Yeah, he's
him and Gerard Butler. But he is going to be a Hadvar, which is big deal.
Cool.
There is quite a few people, including Christopher Lee, recorded the voice for Alduin.
This almost made me cry. Because it's like, Christopher Lee's been dead for 3 years.
I know.
It did. It almost made me cry. It's like, what? Because I didn't believe him. He's like, Christopher Lee. And I'm like, hold up. Stop. You didn't register it at first, did you? You said Christopher Lee. You were just reading off names. And I'm like, stop. Freaking stop.
He's been dead since
He's been
June
dead for 3 years.
Apparently, before he passed, he did the voice. From what I understand,
he recorded the dialogue for whatever role he's in. He recorded the dialogue before he passed away.
Yes.
And like that, I legit almost broke down a little bit because I love Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee is one of those guys for me. You know, another. You know, he's on the same tier as like Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. There's
Edward Norton from Fight Club. There's Jason Statham.
Incredible Hulk.
Emily Blunt. Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman is another one of those guys that I'd put in that same ballpark as Christopher Lee. Didn't you say Patrick Stewart's in this?
Yes, Patrick Stewart is in it.
How did they get all these people?
I have no clue.
You said Viggo Mortensen too, right?
Yep, Viggo Mortensen.
That guy's picky about movies.
Kate Beckinsale. Ian McShane.
What would I know Kate Beckinsale from?
Underworld.
Oh, yeah.
Scarlett Johansson. Lawrence Fishburne.
What the hell is with this cast list?
Which is Morpheus.
Yeah, I know.
Tom Hardy. A bunch of other people, including Russell Crowe, Liam Channingham, and Viggo Mortensen.
My boy. He's so picky about the movies he does.
Kristen Rader, she's Jessica Jones.
I haven't seen that yet, but she's a cutie. Hee.
Charles Dance, which was in the Intimidation game, but it was also Game of Thrones.
Who he was?
Tywin Lannister.
Oh, yeah. He's great.
Also, Christopher Waltz, he was the white guy in Django Unchained. Max von Sydow, Minority Report. I'm sorry if I'm butchering all these names. Okay, so Joseph Gordon-Levitt, my boy,
JGL.
He's going to be in it. Charlie Hunnam, which is essentially Pacific Rim actor, main guy.
The main guy from Pacific Rim?
Yep.
That's cool. I haven't seen him in anything in a long time. Is that Helena Bonham Carter?
The Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston.
Okay. I mean, I stopped being excited about Eccleston's roles a long time ago, but okay.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
He's going to be great. And it just keeps on going.
I know. I'm not.
And going.
You said Helena Bonham Carter, Patrick Stewart.
Lenny James, which was Morgan in Walking Dead.
Cool.
I mean, it's just this abundant pile of pure gold. Like Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart right here.
What's Patrick Stewart playing?
He's playing a general.
Awesome.
I'm almost convinced that this is for the video game.
Wait, is Peter Jackson? Is Peter Jackson producing this?
I don't.
That would explain why there are so many goddamn Lord of the Rings actors.
He could be.
He's right here. Oh, it says producer.
Yeah, he's a producer then. But essentially, that is the main story. I just wanted to put that out. If I'm wrong and this is the video game, let me know, because the video game is even more badass than I thought. But it says it's for the movie. And that is amazing. Especially with Chris Hemsworth just added to it.
Yeah, this looks... I can't get over this list of people. Like, they have so many just mainstream act. Why so many for Skyrim?
Because Skyrim was the biggest game.
It's a video game movie. They never do well. Yeah, Christopher Eccleston. How about
Skyrim has the bones to be something amazing, though, so I believe it would work.
that? Main guy from Pacific Rim, Justin Gordon-Levitt.
Okay, we're going to be dwelling on this through the whole week.
Bill Nye!
Yep, Bill Nye.
Bill Nye!
Not Bill Nye the Science Guy. So, I think we should move on to our main topic of the
I think that's the daughter.
podcast.
I think that's the daughter from Transformers 4. Nicola Peltz. All right, I'm done. Take it from me.
It is. Okay, so let's go. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we'll get into our main discussion topic for the week.
Animes we are looking forward to in 2018.
Yeah. So
You start.
you go first.
Okay.
Go ahead. Ladies first. What?
Oh, you should be going first always. Then. Overlord 2 coming out. I'm losing my mind over this. This is one of my. It's coming out winter of.
This is confirmed.
It's confirmed.
Okay. Well, I mean that's confirmed. I'm thinking of another one. I'm sorry.
Winter of 2018.
I just watched Overlord.
It is going to be massively perfect. I've seen the trailer for it, all of them, and I read the manga to a degree, so I know what's coming up, and it's going to be amazing. They do the
spoilers.
They do it justice. I'm not
okay.
I'm not saying anything. They do it justice in the first season compared to what's in the manga. And
That's
I
good.
just cannot wait. Some stuff's actually going to happen. So the first season was a setting feelers down and the foundation for.
Part of it felt like filler to me, but a lot of it did feel like they were trying to set something up.
The whole first season and probably some of the second season will be setting up the second half of the second season and third.
Cool. All right.
Your turn, buddy. Pick one.
Mine's obvious. I'm going straight for Code Geass Season 3.
Yes.
Which, so far as I know, we've yet to see any actual footage for it. Like, there was a short trailer. It was like a minute long. But it used what appeared to be stock footage. Like, there was a different... The first shot of the trailer is, it's some nightmare frame. But it's using the exact same stock footage as... the, what's the name of Lelouch's nightmare? Shin Goku? No. It's the downgraded Gawain after the Gawain was destroyed.
Okay.
I should know its name, but I don't. Not right now. It's been a while since I watched the show. But that uses... It's a different animation overlaid, but it's the same foot. It's the same motions as before. There's a shot that I actually don't recognize, which is Jeremiah standing in a pool full of flamingos and seeming to malfunction.
Well, okay then.
So, then there's a shot, again, I wasn't wrong. There was a shot of Cornelia. There were shots of Suzaku. But they aren't... Like, Suzaku's dressed in his Knight of the Round getup.
Okay. Instead of Zero?
Instead of Zero. So it's like, I think part of this is stock footage, but that's a different nightmare than we've seen before. I haven't seen Akito of the Exiled. I've never looked into it. But maybe some of the footage is from that. That's what I'm theorizing, because Suzaku was still working for the Britannian king during Akito of the Exile. He actually had... Well, I'm not going to say that. That's a spoiler if you want to see the show. But, yeah, it could be stock footage. It could not be. If anybody knows where I can find a legitimate trailer for Code Geass Season 3, if it's not completely, like, gonna pop up on YouTube, then by all means let me know specifically what to search for, because I haven't seen anything beyond that. That being said, I am super looking forward to it.
I am too, actually. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I love Code Geass. It might be in my top 3.
You called he wasn't dead.
I called that within 3 days of seeing the ending of R2.
Yeah. And I believe it's my turn now.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm the most looking forward to in 2018, the coup de grace, the best, the most wanted and happiness from it, is Death March Kara.
I know nothing of this.
Hijimaru. And essentially, it's a guy that's a 29-year-old computer programmer that has worked just like 32 hours on this game.
Uh-huh.
Well, he goes to sleep and gets summoned to another world. Turns out the other world is exactly like the game he's making.
Okay, sounds like Overlord.
Okay? No, game he was making.
Sounds like a dream.
And I'm going to give you a bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to be spoiled on what he does when he first gets there, skip about 20 seconds.
Starting now.
He gets there, he gets attacked by a lizard army with a god there, god of war, lizard. He's a dragon god. Hits the meteor icon, demolishes them all. Straight up to level 310. The highest level was 105 to everybody else in history.
So he triples it.
So he's triple the strength of the strongest ever.
That's pretty cool.
And then he fights Demon Lords. Alright, you're safe now.
Welcome back to everybody who just paused. I doubt anybody skipped, but, your prerogative.
It's going to be amazing. It's well through.
What's it called?
It's Death March. It's basically what I call it.
Death March.
And I've been reading light novels at work again. They're still coming out. I have a website I will put in the description to where you can go read them if you want. It's also a manga, too, so it's getting all sorts of coverage, and it's just going to be amazing. Just amazing. All right, now it's your turn.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about Steins Gate Zero.
Oh, I knew it.
So Steins Gate is one of my favorite animes. It's like a comfort anime for me. I can sit down and watch Steins Gate, and it'll calm me down. But more to the point, I own it on Blu-ray and DVD. There was a movie released for it, which I've yet to be able to see. I haven't sought it out or anything. I don't know if it's dubbed yet, but I have not seen the Steins Gate movie.
Really?
So, taking that into consideration, I'm very interested in what Steins Gate Zero is going to be. I don't know what it's about. It's about the same characters. I'm assuming it's an alternate reality.
It's an alternate ending.
It's an alternate ending because they say it's a manga. It's going to have an anime, which I'm assuming is a full-on anime, multiple series.
It's the same thing. Things play out differently in different endings.
That's good. That sounds great. I hope it's more than just like an OVA.
It's not OVA. It's like 12.
12 episodes?
I believe so.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's not bad.
That's what they're talking about, at least. It's not pushed through. It doesn't have the green light
Well,
yet.
I think Steins Gate was broken up into 2 seasons anyway.
Yeah.
They all had the same opening and ending, but I'm down. I'm all right with seeing an alternate course of events for the way things play out.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Because no anime lends itself better to telling alternate stories than an anime based off of a game with so many different branching storylines that you can't fit it all in one. Like, it's part of the reason why the Fate series, which I'm going to bring up in a moment, why the Fate series works so well, because it branches so heavily. You can't fit all of those key points for all of the different plots into one. You got to do it again. And yeah, I'm heavily looking forward to that. Steins Gate Zero.
Oh, it's going to be good. So let's do 2 more each. My next one is Full Metal Panic, Invisible Vector. The reason why I bring this up is because I have every single one that's out till this moment, and I have Fumafu. It's in storage right now. I forgot to put it up there, but I have it on. I usually have it on my shelf.
I need to borrow those from you.
And on top, I can't wait because this is supposed to be the last arc toward the ending, and the ending in this anime / manga is such a beautiful ending. It is so heartfelt. It is so emotional, and it is such a happy ending. And I'm looking forward to this because
you've described
the ending is so awesome.
I think you've described the ending to me, and that sounds sweet.
Sosuke is just the cream of the crop of awesome characters to me. And I'm not going to go into it for spoilers because it's going to be a lot of spoilers.
Yeah.
So just look forward to it. It comes out spring 2018.
Cool. Awesome. Actually, I think my last one is going to be... Are you good? You done?
I have one more after this.
Yeah, I only have one more too. So, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about all of the different Fate series that are being released next year. Because, oh my gosh, we're getting such a flood of Fate series. I don't even know how many. It actually reached a point where it's like, I know Fate Apocrypha? I know the word, I just can't say it right now.
Apothecary.
It's not apothecary. It's Apocrypha or something like that. Apocrypha. I think it's a word meaning lore. I might totally be wrong on that and sound like an idiot, but all right. There's that. There's Fate Grand Order, which is out already, but I haven't seen it, so I'm including it on this list. There's the Fate video game.
Yeah.
There's like 2 Fate video games, one for the PS Vita, one for the PS4.
We will be recording something about that later.
Will we?
Yes.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Oh my god, that reaction, yes.
Really?
Yes, my child.
Okay,
yes.
All right, yay. What else do we have coming? We have the Heaven's Feel movie coming.
Yes.
Which I don't know enough about Heaven's Feel or the whole Sakura thing to speak to. I've seen Fate Zero and I know the setups there, but I don't know where Heaven's Feel's story is going to go. I believe Heaven's Feel is a movie. So, yes, it is a movie. So I'm actually going to quantify it as the movie that goes alongside Unlimited Blade Works for now.
Okay.
Because the original Fate Stay Night had the compilation movie of Unlimited Blade Works it was dubbed, and it was kind of like you have the series and then you have the movie. A lot of anime are like that. Trigun, then Trigun has a movie. Fullmetal Alchemist, then Fullmetal Alchemist has a movie. FMA Brotherhood, and then the FMA Brotherhood movie.
Yeah.
It's consistent. Bleach actually just has a whole bunch of movies.
It has 5 movies. None of them are in canon. And essentially, I've seen them all. I've seen all of Bleach, manga, and show. And it's just excuse me. There's a lot of them.
All over the kitten. All over the kitten.
Hey, don't let him lie. Don't let him lie. That was my arm. All right. So
but yeah, Fate. There's a lot coming out for Fate, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna try and keep up with everything.
Good luck.
But frankly, Apocrypha. I was saying it right. I don't know what the word means. Let me look this up. I'm actually going to look this up. Go ahead, do your last one, and then I'm going to come back to Fate, because I am actually going to research this right now so that I can do this justice.
Okay. Mine's UK Holder, Mao Sensei. Okay, UK Holder is all about a young boy in a village or small town that decided that he wanted to act like a hero, and he gets his head cut off to find out that he is immortal.
It happens. It happens. No, what?
It's coming out. It's coming out later this year, but finishing next year. So that's why I'm concluding it. and it's just going to be. It's going to be amazing because if you read anything about it, not light novel, but manga, you know that it is very in depth, deep, detailed, and it connects to the Ninjima Sensei line of anime that came out in 2007, I believe, which has multiple seasons, and he plays a key part in it too. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't want to go into too many spoilers, but it's gonna be amazing.
Cool. Yeah, I'm still looking. Do. Yeah, I found a list, but I'm not sure how comprehensible it is.
Give it a try.
Just as far as things that have come out this year, this could be both games and animes.
Okay.
Fate X Stella. I don't know what that is. Fate Grand Order, which I've had limited exposure to. That was this year. Fate Apocrypha, which I don't know anything about that one. There's a Fate Ilia movie called Oath of Snow that I'm not going to try to pronounce the full title of right now. I don't think I've got it in me. There is the Heavensfield movie, like I mentioned, and then Last Encore.
I heard that's going to be good.
It mentions Fate Extra, but the one trailer thing that I've seen for it had shots from Fate Zero. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But it's an anime. It's not a movie. So whatever it is, I'm looking forward to it. And I believe you actually had one more.
Yes, there is something that I've been in love with, and it's the Magicians at Magic High School.
Oh, the Irregular at Magic High School.
Yeah, Irregulars at Magic High School. It is something that I got you in on.
Yeah, he made me marathon the entire series in
so I could take you to the movie.
Yeah, in less than 24 hours, I marathoned that goddamn show.
Just so I could take him to the movie. And
it was an okay movie. It bothered me that I had to marathon that entire show, and then it introduced things that I didn't know anyway. It had elements that looked like they were from the manga. It's like, that's great. I didn't have to watch the show. I could have watched the movie and then come back and watch the show.
I read the manga. It was just added new stuff.
Oh, was it really?
From the light novel.
Okay, because they had characters that they knew that had never shown up before.
Yeah, that's from the light novel.
Okay, that's weird.
Yes, very. But it has been confirmed for a second season.
That actually gives me problems with the movie now.
Yes, me too. But it has been given a second season, and that's all I wanted to say. Watch the first one. You'll realize why this is amazing. Let's move on to listeners' questions.
Yeah, we
have one.
Yeah, we're actually doing this a little out of order. We forgot to do the listener question. Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
We've critically failed behind the scenes. Usually we will do the listener question right before we jump into the main discussion topic. But today, we're going to go ahead and do that last, just to see how that works with the structure. I'm actually kind of curious.
Okay.
So, our listener suggested question today from one of our buddies is superpowers. Which one would you have? Cheesy, yes. Fun, yes.
The one I'd want? I'd want...
yeah, you go first. Let's see how this goes, because I need some context as far as what I should be...
If I could have any superpower, I'd want the ability to make my imagination reality. Reality warping.
That's, so, like... What?
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch
Without the crazy.
Is weird.
Without the crazy.
Scarlet Witch is kind of fate manipulation.
No, but I want to make anything that didn't exist. Anything I want, appear.
We were just talking about Fate Stay Night.
Yes.
So you want projection magic. You want to be able to create physical objects from nothing.
Even if they could not normally exist.
Not quite Fate Stay Night. What's the limiter on this?
The limiter is...
What's the limit? Can you create people?
No living things. And no living sentient things.
Cool. So plants. You can do plants.
Yep.
Maybe.
Nothing with complex thought.
Okay.
But
you can do guns and stuff, complex machines.
Guns, Gundams, nuclear devices. Yes.
I'm good. Just make me a Gundam.
Be able to give me more superpowers. Yes.
Let me say that. Let me say that again. Just give me a Gundam and stay out of my way.
Teach you how to use it.
And we'll be fine.
Like
you would make a Gundam and I would teach you how to use it.
No, because I would also make a device you put on your head, and it would teach you how to do it in a blink of an eye.
It's called a Psycho Frame, and I don't want one of those.
No, not connected to the machine. You just put it on. It downloads all the knowledge you need for it into your brain.
Huh.
The possibilities for that superpower is unlimited.
You'd make a Matrix chair. I know Kung Fu.
Essentially, it's like, I know how to pilot. Wing Zero.
I know Kung Fu.
But I could also make so many other things, as long as it wasn't a living human or animal.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else?
That's
about it.
Superpower. Because
that's a pretty good one.
Well, with it, I can make tablets.
You can't get more nerdy than this question, folks.
But with that, I can make tablets that I take and I get more superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an almighty power.
Are you restricted by? Didn't you just say you're restricted by what
by
can
no
exist?
living things? I can't make living things.
Yeah, but you can't make things that wouldn't exist normally. Or did you say the opposite thing?
That I would.
Yeah, you said the opposite thing. That's cool. That's why I ruled out Fate, because he's actually limited
by my imagination.
Yeah, it's your imagination. That's why I ruled out Fate.
Essentially, it's reality warping because the reality warps to fit my power.
Yeah. Shiro's limited to the number of things that he has more or less scanned.
Yes.
So. But yeah. What would I do? I would probably do...
The Dew.
Do the Dew! Mountain Dew! We're not sponsored by Mountain Dew, folks. We're not sponsored.
We want to be.
We would like to be sponsored by anyone who would sponsor us. Please give us money. We're whores and broke.
It's true.
It's so true. But that being said, I would probably do like void storage.
You want a bag of holding?
I want a bag of It's not a bag of holding.
An endless bag of holding that you can just put anything in.
Because I used a power very similar to this when I designed Muska, and ironically, Muska was inspired by Archer from Fate Stay Night. But I would like to be able to walk up to any item and just by touching it, dismiss it.
And just put it in the storage?
Yeah, but to put it in my ethereal vault.
I want that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I still want mine.
You can walk into a store, just touch the TV. TV's gone. Meanwhile, the 3 store workers who see that happen don't say shiz as I'm walking out of the store.
It's like, I'll put you in
that didn't happen. We agree that didn't happen, right? That didn't happen.
You know what would be better for you?
Touch a car. Touch a battleship. Void storage.
But this is the thing. You should have that ability warped to where anything you have touched previously and imprinted.
That was what Muska did. That was what the... actually, I think I built a character who was going to build up to that for a game that you were running for me solo.
Yes.
But, yes. That's what Shiro does, and I'm trying to make mine a little more... I don't want to just be straight up ripping off Shiro. But anything that I touch, I can scan and then recreate. That's pretty cool, you know? It's taking things to another level. But the void storage by itself would be so cool, because I can just touch a chair. You know, I need to sit down. Summon it at will. I need...
Want to destroy a nation? Summon a Nimitz class destroyer.
I see a house that I like that's for sale. Go out and touch it. The house disappears.
So steal the house.
The house disappears. I walk away. I go up into the mountains or something, put the house down. So
you stole a house?
Yeah, why not? They can't prove it. They can't prove anything.
They can't. You're a magician.
Yes.
See a brick of gold? Touched it.
And you know, it would. I like the scanning. Okay, my nerd's about to show hardcore. I created an original Transformers character
Okay.
who his name is Arsenal.
Okay.
He transforms into a mobile satellite cannon, and he basically has the ability to, anything that any physical matter that he touches, he has the ability to turn it into digital data.
Okay.
What's a Xerox? Is that like a Xerox?
I have no clue.
I don't know. I don't actually have any recollection for what a Xerox is, but this guy can basically digitize physical matter. I know it's blindingly nerdy what I'm talking about right now, but that's really cool too. The ability to transform physical matter into data.
That would be very helpful.
Back, because then all you need is a couple terabytes storage on you. Of course, This is a robot. But I like the idea of being able to.
You need a lot more.
I don't have to steal it. I can walk up to it. I can touch it. I can scan it, and then I can recreate it.
There you go. That'd be great.
But that's good, almost to the point of being broken.
Yeah. You're recreating stuff out of nothing.
It would have to drain me, but then I'm literally just ripping off Fate Stay Night. I like, if I'm going to have anything, void storage is fun.
Yeah.
And not particularly overpowered. Like, you limited yourself by saying, I would rather not be able to create living things, sentient living things. And it's like, okay, if you're going to put a limiter on yourself, I'll put a limiter on I have to steal it.
That's why you steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Yeah. That's a nice house.
It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
Yeah, nice.
It's not a threat. It's like, no, it'd be a shame. Go up, touch it, walk away.
Nice yacht. Touch. It's in a lake 7 states over later. It's like, how did he move it? The thing's as big as a house.
It is a house.
It's a houseboat. Yeah.
Right.
Void storage, and then just summon whatever I want from thin air.
There you go.
Anything you need. I'd just be touching everything all the time. Pencils, paper, chairs.
Women. It's a joke.
Would I be able to...
That is a joke. No, you would not.
Why not?
Because that's fucked up.
I can't copy things. I can store people. Why not?
That's screwed up.
I'd do it.
Help! I'm in a digital prison!
No, they'd be in stasis.
That makes it so much better.
If I die, everything comes back, so...
That's where we end this.
You're just like, I'm not doing this. Shut up. So, yeah, I guess that's about it for this episode of Levels of Ridiculousness, or LoR.
I'll try to have this out by 5 o'clock.
Wednesday, right?
Wednesday, tomorrow.
Cool. Alright, awesome. Thank you everybody for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show, as disjointed as that can be. Please like, listen, subscribe,
comment. You want to have a discussion? Leave a listener. We'll give you credit if you want it.
Please leave listener questions, because we're not
harassing our friends.
We're not running out, but we're running out of creative ones. We're gonna have to sit down with some folks and try and come up with some new ones just to fill the slot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, what superpower would you have? What's your favorite color?
Yeah, that was one of them.
I'm jumping ship if we have to do that one. But,
okay, well, Nerdians, that is the end of this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is DK.
And this is Ozpin.
And you go ahead and do it.
All right. You're always welcome in the kingdom of nerddom.
Salutations.
Have a good one.